Stoicism, become undefeatable. Man is disturbed not by things but by the views he takes of them, said Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher. Welcome to Stoic in Your Life. In today's video, Stoicism, become undefeatable, we will explore how embracing Stoic principles can lead to personal growth and happiness. Imagine the transformation you can experience by focusing on what you can control and accepting what you cannot. From Zeno's shipwreck that gave birth to Stoicism, to the wisdom of Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, these teachings remain incredibly relevant today. The philosophy encourages anticipating and accepting challenges to build resilience and gratitude. Share your thoughts in the comments on how you plan to apply these principles in your life, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on Stoicism. Let's dive in and discover how to become undefeatable together. Zeno, a wealthy trader living in Cyprus in 300 BC. Your entire fortune lies on a ship, bound from Phoenicia to Piraeus. Suddenly, disaster strikes. Your ship sinks, taking with it all your cargo and wealth. This catastrophic event, completely beyond your control, leaves you destitute in an instant. How would you react? Would you rage against the fates, wallow in despair, or feel life has cheated you? While most people would succumb to these emotions, Zeno chose a different path. He became the father of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches us to accept what we cannot change and to focus on controlling our reactions. Zeno's story underscores a profound truth. One small shift in mindset can transform your life. As Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the essence of Stoicism, a practical guide for life that remains relevant today. Imagine facing modern challenges with Zeno's composure, whether it's losing a job, dealing with a difficult relationship, or navigating personal setbacks. The Stoic approach offers a way to maintain inner peace. At the core of Stoicism is the belief that while we can't control external events, we can control how we respond to them. This principle can help us transform negative experiences into opportunities for growth. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic, reminds us, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This mindset shift can empower you to handle life's challenges with grace and resilience. To embody Stoicism, focus on its four main virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom helps us discern what is within our control and what is not. Viktor Frankl, influenced by Stoic thought, said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This wisdom guides us to focus on our thoughts, actions, and responses. Courage is about facing life's difficulties head-on, with strength and determination. Nelson Mandela, embodying this virtue, stated, "Courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it." Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. It's about understanding that your true power lies in how you choose to respond to life's events. By cultivating a Stoic mindset, you can navigate life's storms with grace and resilience, emerging stronger and more composed. Today, many view Stoics as people who are unbreakable, seemingly immune to fits of rage or bouts of anxiety. However, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or being unemotional. It's about understanding and mastering them. Stoicism is a profound philosophy that offers a unique way to view, describe, and understand the world, guiding us to lead lives of resilience and tranquility. This way of life, established centuries ago, is still incredibly relevant and beneficial today. Stoicism teaches us to process negative emotions and transform them into a broader perspective on life. Consider how differently people around the world experience and interpret events due to their diverse backgrounds. This philosophy allows us to embrace these differences and find common ground. Historically, Stoics shared their wisdom openly, believing in the universal applicability of their principles. They saw no value in restricting their knowledge to the elite or the confines of academia. This inclusivity meant that everyone, from slaves to emperors, could learn and practice Stoicism. Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius are among the most renowned Stoics whose lives exemplify the philosophy's power. Epictetus, whose name means acquired, was once a slave who rose to become a prominent Stoic teacher. Seneca, a respected statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, showed that Stoicism's principles could be practiced at all levels of society. These figures demonstrated through their lives that Stoicism wasn't just theoretical, but a practical guide for leading a meaningful and balanced life. One of the core ideas of Stoicism is to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This approach can profoundly impact how we handle life's challenges. For instance, imagine facing a significant setback, like losing a job or experiencing a personal loss. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control these events, we can control our responses to them. By doing so, we can maintain our inner peace and find constructive ways to move forward. Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. It's about understanding that your true power lies in how you choose to respond to life's events. By cultivating a Stoic mindset, you can navigate life's storms with grace and resilience, emerging stronger and more composed. Today, many view Stoics as people who are unbreakable, seemingly immune to fits of rage or bouts of anxiety. However, Stoicism is not about suppressing emotions or being unemotional. It's about understanding and mastering them. Stoicism is a profound philosophy that offers a unique way to view, describe, and understand the world, guiding us to lead lives of resilience and tranquility. This way of life, established centuries ago, is still incredibly relevant and beneficial today. Stoicism teaches us to process negative emotions and transform them into a broader perspective on life. Consider how differently people around the world experience and interpret events due to their diverse backgrounds. This philosophy allows us to embrace these differences and find common ground. Historically, Stoics shared their wisdom openly, believing in the universal applicability of their principles. They saw no value in restricting their knowledge to the elite or the confines of academia. This inclusivity meant that everyone, from slaves to emperors, could learn and practice Stoicism. Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius are among the most renowned Stoics whose lives exemplify the philosophy's power. Epictetus, whose name means acquired, was once a slave who rose to become a prominent Stoic teacher. Seneca, a respected statesman, and Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, showed that Stoicism's principles could be practiced at all levels of society. These figures demonstrated through their lives that Stoicism wasn't just theoretical, but a practical guide for leading a meaningful and balanced life. One of the core ideas of Stoicism is to focus on what we can control and let go of what we cannot. This approach can profoundly impact how we handle life's challenges. For instance, imagine facing a significant setback, like losing a job or experiencing a personal loss. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control these events, we can control our responses to them. By doing so, we can maintain our inner peace and find constructive ways to move forward. Stoicism's emphasis on perspective helps us turn negative experiences into valuable lessons. Everyone's perspective is shaped by their experiences, and understanding this can foster empathy and compassion. The Stoics believed that by discussing and teaching philosophy publicly, they could help people from all walks of life develop a resilient mindset. This inclusive approach is evident in their term, cosmopolitan, meaning citizen of the world. Today, we associate this term with diverse, multicultural cities like New York, Toronto, Dubai, and London, places that embody the unity and togetherness the Stoics advocated. In modern life, applying Stoic principles can lead to greater personal and professional fulfillment. Whether dealing with workplace stress, personal relationships, or societal pressures. Stoicism offers tools to navigate these challenges with grace. When faced with an overwhelming project at work, a Stoic approach would be to focus on the aspects you can control, such as your effort and attitude, rather than worrying about the outcome. This mindset reduces stress and increases productivity. Consider the impact of practicing Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice in your daily life. Wisdom involves understanding what is within your control and making thoughtful decisions. Courage is about facing fears and challenges head-on. Temperance teaches moderation and self-discipline, helping you avoid the pitfalls of excess. Justice encourages fair and ethical treatment of others, fostering a sense of community and mutual respect. These virtues can guide you to lead a balanced and fulfilling life. As you incorporate Stoic practices, you'll likely find that your perspective on life's challenges shifts. You'll start seeing setbacks as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles. This resilience will not only help you navigate difficulties but also inspire those around you. Stoicism teaches us to live with intention and purpose, focusing on our inner values rather than external circumstances. Stoicism is a timeless philosophy that remains relevant and powerful in today's fast-paced world. By adopting its principles, you can cultivate a resilient mindset, find peace amidst chaos, and lead a life of greater fulfillment. At the time of Stoicism's foundation, women were not allowed to pursue philosophy, but the Stoics completely disagreed with this exclusion. Musonius Rufus, Epictetus's teacher, famously said, "It is not men alone who possess eagerness and a natural inclination towards virtue, but women also. Women are pleased no less than men by noble and just deeds and reject the opposite of such actions. Since that is so, why is it appropriate for men to seek out and examine how they might live well, that is, to practice philosophy, but not women?" Even when it was unpopular, Stoics believed in the equal capability of women to learn and practice philosophy. This inclusive attitude speaks volumes about the timeless and universal nature of Stoic wisdom. Now, you might wonder why so many people adopt Stoicism as a way of life. In a world full of unexpected events, our emotions often get in the way. Think about it. Do we get sad because bad things happen or because unexpected bad things happen? Consider rain. It waters our plants, provides for livestock, and cools the air. Yet, when a dark cloud catches you without an umbrella, it feels like a bad experience. Why don't we cry every time it rains? Because we expect it. We know it's part of life. Stoicism teaches us to expect that bad things will happen and to be mentally prepared for them. By picturing the worst outcome and accepting it, we reduce its emotional impact. To connect this to modern life, imagine you are stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. Your initial reaction might be frustration or anger. However, by applying Stoic principles, you can shift your perspective. Instead of fixating on the inconvenience, use the time to listen to an inspiring podcast or reflect on your day. This small change in mindset can transform a stressful situation into a productive one. Start by identifying the things you can and cannot control. Focus your energy on your responses and actions rather than external events. This practice will help you maintain inner peace amidst chaos. One practical way to practice Stoicism is through voluntary discomfort. Try taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or sleeping on the floor. These activities help you appreciate comfort and build mental resilience. When real hardships occur, you'll be better prepared to handle them with grace and composure. Seneca advised, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" The core lesson of Stoicism is to expect and prepare for life's challenges. By doing so, we can transform our negative emotions into positive perspectives. The philosophy teaches us to focus on what we can control and to find contentment in the face of adversity. This mindset can lead to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. Reflect on your daily routines and consider how you can incorporate Stoic practices. Picture yourself facing life's challenges with a calm, unshakable mindset. One way Stoics achieve this is through an exercise known as voluntary discomfort. This practice involves intentionally subjecting yourself to minor hardships, sleeping on the kitchen floor, taking cold showers, or eating only potatoes for a few days. These activities help build resilience and gratitude, teaching you that no matter how tough things get, you can endure and even thrive if you maintain the right mindset. By regularly exposing yourself to discomfort, you mentally prepare for future adversities, reinforcing your ability to remain steadfast when life becomes difficult. In our modern world, we are constantly bombarded with advertisements that suggest we need the latest gadgets, the perfect look, or a high income to be happy. This relentless messaging can create unrealistic expectations and leave us feeling perpetually unsatisfied. Reflect on your own life. How often have you felt pressured to achieve more, buy more, or look a certain way? Stoicism teaches us to focus instead on self-improvement for our own sake, not to meet external standards. As Epictetus wisely said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions but in having few wants." This perspective can help us break free from the cycle of consumerism and find contentment in what we already have. Think about the ways we try to fill emptiness with external things, buying fancy cars, big houses, or even starting a family for the wrong reasons. While these can bring temporary happiness, they often don't address deeper issues. Stoicism teaches that true happiness comes from within, not from external possessions or achievements. If we place our happiness in things outside our control, we set ourselves up for disappointment. Consider this. Cars break down, natural disasters can destroy homes, and personal relationships can change. As Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." By shifting our focus from external acquisitions to internal growth, we can cultivate a sense of fulfillment that isn't dependent on changing circumstances. How would your life change if you valued personal growth over material success? This doesn't mean rejecting all material comforts, but rather understanding that they are not the ultimate source of happiness. Voluntary discomfort helps us appreciate what we have and strengthens our resilience against life's inevitable hardships. In practical terms, you can start small. Try incorporating voluntary discomfort into your routine. Take a cold shower, spend a day without your phone, or skip a meal. These small acts can help build your mental fortitude. As you practice, reflect on how these experiences make you feel and how they shift your perspective on daily comforts and luxuries. The goal isn't to live a life of constant hardship, but to recognize that you are capable of enduring more than you think. In conclusion, adopting Stoic practices like voluntary discomfort can profoundly impact your resilience and overall happiness. By focusing on internal growth and managing your expectations, you can navigate life's challenges with greater ease. Remember, true contentment comes from within and is not dictated by external circumstances. If you've made it this far, you're already on the path to becoming undefeatable. Drop a comment saying I embrace Stoicism to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around, the best is yet to come. Even the free things in life come at a cost. The cost of space, both physical and mental. As Seneca once wrote, "Learning to live with less will create space in your life for the things that truly matter to you." We must place our happiness on our intrinsic value as humans, and not on what we have or can physically acquire. It's essential to maintain a calm demeanor, regardless of what life throws at us. Because while we cannot control the majority of things that happen to us, we have complete control over our reactions. This principle, known as the dichotomy of control, is fundamental in Stoic philosophy. Epictetus beautifully summarized it. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. The Stoics teach us to separate what we can control from what we cannot, determining our value from things we can influence. Imagine you're creating YouTube content. While not as challenging as ruling a Roman empire, it's still demanding. You start with an idea, research it, scrap it if it's not working, write a script, shoot the video, edit it, create a thumbnail, and title it before finally hitting upload. Up until this point, everything is within your control. However, once you upload it, success hinges on the YouTube algorithm and viewers' responses, factors beyond your control. Many people measure their channel's success by views and subscriber counts, metrics that can be highly variable. Instead, Stoicism teaches us to judge success by the effort and quality of work we put in, not by external validation. Reflect on this in your own life. How often do you let external circumstances dictate your happiness? What if you shifted your focus to what you can control? Your effort, your dedication, your response to setbacks. This shift can significantly change your perspective. If you don't get the promotion you worked hard for, rather than seeing it as a failure, consider it an opportunity to learn and improve. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By viewing obstacles as pathways to growth, we transform our approach to challenges. Suppose you're working on a significant project at work. You've put in countless hours, and when it's finally time for presentation, technical issues arise. Your first reaction might be panic or frustration, but applying Stoic principles, you acknowledge the issue and focus on solving it calmly. You can't control the technical glitch, but you can control your response. This mindset not only helps in managing stress, but also showcases your ability to handle pressure gracefully, potentially impressing your superiors more than the flawless presentation would have. In our daily lives, practicing Stoicism can be as simple as recognizing and accepting the things we cannot change. It could be traffic jams, weather, or even other people's actions. Instead of wasting energy on frustration, we can focus on our actions and attitudes. By doing so, we conserve mental space for things that truly matter and gain a sense of inner peace. As you navigate through your day, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go and concentrate on what you can influence. Another aspect to consider is voluntary discomfort, a Stoic exercise that involves intentionally exposing yourself to minor hardships to build resilience. This might mean taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or walking to work instead of driving. These practices can help you appreciate what you have and prepare you mentally for more significant challenges. Seneca suggested, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, 'Is this the condition that I feared?'" The ultimate lesson Stoicism offers is the power of perspective and resilience. By focusing on what you can control and preparing mentally for life's uncertainties, you become emotionally resilient. The Stoic approach can transform your mindset, helping you handle failures as learning opportunities and not as setbacks. This philosophy isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but facing them with a steady and composed mind. Instead of wasting energy on frustration, we can focus on our actions and attitudes. By doing so, we conserve mental space for things that truly matter and gain a sense of inner peace. As you navigate through your day, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, let it go and concentrate on what you can influence. Another aspect to consider is voluntary discomfort, a Stoic exercise that involves intentionally exposing yourself to minor hardships to build resilience. This might mean taking a cold shower, fasting for a day, or walking to work instead of driving. These practices can help you appreciate what you have and prepare you mentally for more significant challenges. Seneca suggested, "Set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" The ultimate lesson Stoicism offers is the power of perspective and resilience. By focusing on what you can control and preparing mentally for life's uncertainties, you become emotionally resilient. The Stoic approach can transform your mindset, helping you handle failures as learning opportunities and not as setbacks. This philosophy isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but facing them with a steady and composed mind. Trust the process. Living with less means freeing yourself from the societal pressures that often trap us. Imagine someone who has been working hard at their job for 6 months, feeling they deserve a promotion. When they present their performance report to their boss, they get a polite thank you but no promotion. They might go home thinking they must be terrible at their job. However, they don't consider other factors. Maybe the boss had a bad day, someone else was better qualified, or the company couldn't afford promotions at the time. This person, feeling upset, misses the bigger picture. If instead they valued the effort and quality of their work over the promotion, their outlook would be much brighter. They would see that their goal was not denied but simply postponed. This reframing of perspective is crucial. A true Stoic measures success not by financial gain, but by the ability to live comfortably and contentedly without relying on external possessions. Stoicism is built on 4 main virtues: wisdom, courage, temperance, and justice. Wisdom helps us distinguish between what we can control and what we cannot, allowing us to choose our reactions wisely. Viktor Frankl once said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response." Courage is summarized in 2 words: persist and resist. It's about enduring hardships and standing firm in the face of adversity. Temperance teaches moderation, encouraging us to do more with less and to speak volumes with fewer words. While billionaires like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk may be at the top of Forbes' list, Stoics believe true wealth lies in having what is essential and then enough. Justice, perhaps the most important virtue, teaches us to do no harm and to help each other, recognizing our shared humanity. Consider Nelson Mandela, one of the most iconic leaders of our time. During his fight against apartheid, he was imprisoned for 27 years. Upon his release, instead of seeking revenge, he was elected president of South Africa and chose a path of reconciliation. Mandela read Marcus Aurelius's works while in prison, embracing Stoic principles. He urged his people to move past their grievances and rebuild their nation, emphasizing that the past was out of their control and focusing on the future was the only way forward. This approach embodies Stoicism's core values. In modern life, these principles are incredibly relevant. We often get caught up in what we don't have or what we haven't achieved, letting external factors dictate our happiness. How often do we let a bad day at work or an argument with a friend ruin our mood? By practicing Stoic principles, we learn to focus on what we can control: our reactions, our efforts, and our attitudes. Consider applying these principles to your own life. Start small. When faced with a setback, pause and reflect on what you can control. Is it your response? Your next action? Practice gratitude for what you have, and strive to live with less. This doesn't mean depriving yourself, but appreciating the essentials and finding contentment in simplicity. As Seneca advised, learning to live with less will create space in your life for the things that truly matter to you. Moreover, the Stoic exercise of voluntary discomfort can build resilience. Try taking a cold shower, fasting, or unplugging from technology for a day. These small practices prepare you for larger challenges by teaching you to endure discomfort and appreciate comfort more deeply. The goal is to cultivate a mindset that remains steady, regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, the lesson Stoicism imparts is about the power of perspective and resilience. By focusing on what we can control and preparing mentally for life's uncertainties, we build emotional strength. This philosophy isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but facing them with a composed and resilient mind. As you integrate Stoic practices into your life, remember Epictetus's words. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. It's not about suppressing emotions, but mastering them. By embracing Stoicism, you can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and become truly undefeatable. So how will you start incorporating Stoic wisdom into your daily life? Moreover, the Stoic exercise of voluntary discomfort can build resilience. Try taking a cold shower, fasting, or unplugging from technology for a day. These small practices prepare you for larger challenges by teaching you to endure discomfort and appreciate comfort more deeply. The goal is to cultivate a mindset that remains steady regardless of external circumstances. Ultimately, the lesson Stoicism imparts is about the power of perspective and resilience. By focusing on what we can control and preparing mentally for life's uncertainties, we build emotional strength. This philosophy isn't about avoiding life's challenges, but facing them with a composed and resilient mind. As you integrate Stoic practices into your life, remember Epictetus's words. The chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals, not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control. It's not about suppressing emotions, but mastering them. By embracing Stoicism, you can navigate life's ups and downs with grace and become truly undefeatable. So how will you start incorporating Stoic wisdom into your daily life? Ever wondered how to navigate life's challenges with an unbreakable spirit? In modern-day medicine, the principles of Stoicism are at the core of therapies like rational emotive behavioral therapy, REBT, and logotherapy. REBT helps patients identify negative thought patterns causing emotional and behavioral issues. By challenging the reasoning behind these thoughts with logic, patients realize that many of them are unfounded and can replace them with more productive and healthier beliefs. Logotherapy, on the other hand, is based on the Stoic principle that humans are driven by purpose. Even in the darkest situations, we can find meaning and happiness by discovering our purpose. As Viktor Frankl, the founder of logotherapy, said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." This process is easier said than done, requiring a complete rewiring of our thinking, out with the old, in with the new. To truly fix our issues with happiness, we must practice self-worth. By redirecting our definition of value to what we can control, we stop fixating on the uncontrollable, leading to a happier and more fulfilling life. Stoicism guides us through life's storms into calmer, more peaceful waters. Now imagine dealing with a job loss. Instead of spiraling into despair, a Stoic approach would encourage you to focus on your reaction and what you can do next, perhaps learning a new skill or exploring different career paths. This proactive mindset can transform a setback into an opportunity for growth. Stoicism isn't just about enduring hardships. It's about understanding that our power lies in how we respond to these hardships. Marcus Aurelius, a revered Stoic philosopher, wisely said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic resilience. By focusing on our internal responses rather than external circumstances, we harness true strength. Let's consider how these principles apply to modern life. With the constant barrage of advertisements and social media pressures, it's easy to feel inadequate or unhappy. We're told we need the latest gadgets, perfect bodies, and high incomes to be happy. Applying Stoicism to daily life involves simple practices. Start by identifying what you can and cannot control. When faced with a challenge, ask yourself, is this within my control? If not, Let it go and focus on what you can influence. This approach not only reduces stress but also enhances your overall well-being. As Epictetus said, the chief task in life is simply this: to identify and separate matters so that I can say clearly to myself which are externals not under my control and which have to do with the choices I actually control. Another valuable Stoic practice is voluntary discomfort. By intentionally experiencing minor hardships like taking cold showers or fasting, you build resilience and appreciate your comforts more. This exercise prepares you for larger challenges, reinforcing the Stoic principle that we can endure more than we think. Stoicism equips us with the tools to handle life's ups and downs with grace and strength. By focusing on what we can control and finding purpose in our actions, we lead more fulfilling lives. This philosophy teaches us that while we can't control every event, we can control our reactions, steering our lives through any storm. If our ship sinks and we all drown, we can take peace in the fact that we lived a good life, albeit not as long as we had hoped. As Seneca reminds us, life is long if you know how to use it. So how will you start using Stoic wisdom to become undefeatable in your daily life? Everything about Stoicism, applying ancient philosophy to completely improve your lifestyle. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. At the end of the 20th century, thinkers like Philippa Foot, Martha Nussbaum, and Massimo Pigliucci revived Stoicism, promoting a practical approach to life. Modern Stoicism teaches us to handle situations as they arise, take responsibility for our lives, and avoid unrealistic hopes. It also encourages premeditation of evils, a meditation practice to prepare for adversity. In our fast-paced world, Stoicism offers a way to find mental peace amidst endless demands. If you're feeling overwhelmed, Stoicism can help simplify and enrich your life. Join us as we explore 10 practical Stoic exercises for a better, more balanced life. Let's get started. 1. Seek happiness within. Do you find yourself seeking happiness in external events and people? If your sense of joy hinges on achievements, money, or even your spouse, you are setting yourself up for more pain than pleasure in life. Happiness that depends on external circumstances is fleeting and unreliable. As Epictetus wisely said, there is only one way to happiness, and that is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will. To truly cultivate happiness, you must focus on yourself and your inner world. Pursue your goals with determination, but don't become overly attached to them. Similarly, cherish the people in your life and enjoy good times with them, but never rely on them as the sole source of your happiness. True contentment comes from within, and only you have the power to make yourself genuinely happy. Living in the present and accepting life as it unfolds is crucial. Don't complicate your existence by setting unrealistic expectations for yourself or others. As we have discussed, attempting to control people or circumstances is futile. When you expect external sources to bring you happiness, you are nurturing false hopes and setting yourself up for disappointment. Happiness is an internal state of being that you cultivate through your thoughts, actions, and attitudes. You are responsible for maintaining a cheerful and motivated outlook on life, regardless of external events. To achieve this, delve into your inner self and explore practices that promote inner peace and happiness. Meditation, affirmations, and reading biographies of inspiring individuals are powerful tools that can help you connect with your true self. These practices enable you to find the path to lasting happiness. The more you connect with your inner nature, the more content and resilient you will become in the face of life's challenges. Imagine waking up each day with a sense of calm and contentment, knowing that your happiness does not depend on anything outside of yourself. This sense of inner peace is achievable if you commit to nurturing your inner self. As Marcus Aurelius reflected, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. By focusing on positive and constructive thoughts, you can transform your internal landscape and, consequently, your entire life experience. Consider the story of a man who, after years of chasing external validation through career success and material wealth, found himself feeling empty and unfulfilled. It wasn't until he turned inward, began meditating, and focused on personal growth that he discovered a profound sense of happiness that external achievements had never provided. His story is a testament to the transformative power of seeking happiness within. Have you ever thought about what truly makes you happy? What steps can you take today to start cultivating inner peace and contentment? These open-ended questions invite you to reflect on your own life and consider how you can apply these principles to improve your well-being. Remember, you are enough to bring happiness into your life. Seeking happiness within is about shifting your focus from external to internal sources of joy. It involves accepting life as it is, without unrealistic expectations, and taking responsibility for your own emotional state. By connecting with your inner self through meditation, affirmations, and inspirational reading, you can find a lasting and resilient happiness. As you embark on this journey, keep in mind the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you toward a more fulfilling and contented life. 2. Protect your time. Time is your most precious resource, more valuable than money or possessions, because once it's gone, you can't get it back. If you constantly misuse it, you'll never achieve anything truly significant. Take a moment to reflect on how you spend your days. Think about the activities you engage in, the shows you watch, and the people you meet regularly. Do these activities and interactions add value to your life? Are they necessary? Be honest with yourself. To protect your time, start by questioning the necessity of your actions. Ask yourself before committing to anything, is this really necessary? If the answer is no, don't do it. Simplify your life and prioritize what truly matters. Have you ever found yourself lost in an endless scroll on social media, only to realize hours have passed? This is a common trap in today's digital age. While the internet offers a wealth of information and entertainment, it's crucial to use it wisely. Limit your entertainment consumption to just 2 or 5% of your time. Rather than watching movies every day or even every weekend, try watching one movie a month. This way, you free up time for more meaningful activities that align with your goals and values. To take control of your time, start by reading books about time management and applying their principles to your life. Create a to-do list every night for the next day, highlighting the most important tasks you need to accomplish. As you complete each task, mark it off your list. This practice not only gives you direction, but also provides a sense of accomplishment. Spend your time on activities that are important to you, whether it's pursuing a hobby, learning a new skill, or spending quality time with loved ones. Here's a story to illustrate the importance of protecting your time. A successful entrepreneur once shared how he transformed his life by meticulously managing his time. He realized he was wasting hours each day on trivial activities that didn't contribute to his goals. By creating a strict schedule and adhering to it, he was able to focus on his business, improve his health, and spend more time with his family. His story is a testament to the power of disciplined time management. How would your life change if you focused on what truly matters? The answers to these questions can be life-changing. Remember, time is the most valuable currency you have. Protect it fiercely and spend it wisely. By doing so, you'll not only accomplish more, but also live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. As Seneca wisely said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." Let this be your guiding principle as you strive to make the most of every moment. 3. Spend time reflecting. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, many of us are merely sleepwalking through our days, rarely stopping to reflect on our actions and experiences. Imagine what could change if you took a moment to analyze your life thoughtfully. Reflecting is a practice that wise individuals have valued throughout history. As Socrates famously said, "The unexamined life is not worth living." This simple yet profound habit can lead to significant improvements in your life. Before you go to bed each night, take a few minutes to sit quietly and think about how your day went. In a journal, write down the positive outcomes you achieved. Celebrate these victories, no matter how small they may seem. Then, consider what didn't go well. Write down these challenges and setbacks, and reflect on why they occurred. Could it be that you need to change the way you treat people? Maybe clearer communication is necessary, or perhaps there are other areas in your life that need adjustment. By noting these observations, you create a roadmap for personal growth. As you review your journal during your free time, you will start to see patterns and insights that can guide you toward positive changes. Begin to implement the ideas you have generated. This might involve improving your interactions with others, setting clearer goals, or adopting new habits. Over time, you will notice a gradual transformation in your life. Reflecting isn't just about identifying problems. It's also about acknowledging your progress and strengths. This balanced approach helps build self-awareness and resilience. For instance, consider a story about a man who felt stuck in his career. By dedicating time each evening to reflect and journal, he realized he was not utilizing his strengths in his current job. This insight prompted him to seek new opportunities that better aligned with his skills and passions, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling career. This story illustrates the power of reflection in uncovering truths about ourselves that we might otherwise overlook. Embracing reflection allows you to live more intentionally and purposefully. It encourages you to take control of your life, rather than letting life happen to you. As Marcus Aurelius wisely advised, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By reflecting on your experiences, you can shape your thoughts in a way that empowers and uplifts you. 3.1. Integrating reflection into your daily routine doesn't have to be complicated. Start with just 5 to 10 minutes each evening. Find a quiet space, grab a notebook, and begin writing. Don't worry about perfection. The goal is to capture your thoughts and feelings honestly. Over time, this practice will become a natural and rewarding part of your day. In a world that constantly demands our attention, taking time to reflect is a powerful act of self-care. It allows you to step back, breathe, and gain perspective on your life. Through reflection, you can identify what truly matters to you and make decisions that align with your values and goals. This practice fosters a deeper connection with yourself and the world around you. What changes could you make today to start reflecting more effectively? Perhaps you can set a reminder on your phone, find a comfortable journal, or designate a specific time each evening for this practice. Whatever steps you take, remember that reflection is a journey, not a destination. Be patient with yourself and stay committed to the process. In conclusion, spending time reflecting is an invaluable tool for personal growth and self-awareness. It enables you to celebrate your successes, learn from your mistakes, and make informed decisions about your future. By embracing this practice, you can transform your life in meaningful ways. As you move forward, remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Use reflection as a way to navigate life's challenges and opportunities with wisdom and grace. Or stop controlling everything. In the journey of life, one fundamental principle stands out, especially for men navigating the complexities of modern existence. Stop trying to control everything. This ancient Stoic wisdom, as articulated by Epictetus, teaches us that there are things within our control and things outside of it. Understanding this simple yet profound truth is a gateway to happiness and inner peace. You may not have control over how your boss treats you, but you have the power to seek a new job or improve your skills. Trying to control every aspect of life leads to unnecessary complications and stress. Recognizing what is within your control and what is not allows you to focus your energy where it truly matters. When faced with a challenging situation, take a deep breath and assess whether there is something you can do to change it. If there is, take action with confidence. If there is not, relinquish your worries and trust in the natural course of events. This mindset not only alleviates stress but also aligns you with a sense of tranquility and patience. In modern life, where unpredictability is a constant, this practice becomes invaluable. When answers are elusive, patience is your greatest ally. Solutions often reveal themselves in their own time, much like the river that finds its way to the sea. By practicing this principle, you cultivate resilience and adaptability. The Stoics teach us that true power lies in our responses, not in attempting to control the uncontrollable. This wisdom can be applied to various aspects of life, whether in personal relationships, career challenges, or unforeseen events. As you navigate through the day, remind yourself of this timeless advice and let go of the need to control everything. Embrace the flow of life with a calm and patient heart, knowing that solutions will come when the time is right. As Seneca once said, "The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately." If you've made it this far, you're on the path to mastering Stoicism. Drop a comment saying, "I live by Stoic principles," to show you're committed to this transformative journey. Stick around. The best is yet to come. 5. Focus. In our fast-paced world, it's easy for our minds to wander aimlessly like a vagabond. But imagine what you could achieve if you could harness your thoughts and direct them with precision. Controlling your mind is half the battle won, making life much simpler and more enjoyable. Great scientists, artists, writers, philosophers, and sages all share one thing in common: a highly focused mind. Take Albert Einstein, for example, who once said, "It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer." His ability to focus intensely on his work led to groundbreaking discoveries that changed the world. To live a fulfilling life and make the most of your time, start by focusing intensely on whatever you do. When you're working, immerse yourself fully in your tasks. When you're having dinner, be present with your food and the people around you, not distracted by work or other thoughts. This practice of mindfulness, of being fully engaged in the present moment, is key to achieving your goals and finding joy in everyday activities. Meditation is a powerful tool to enhance your focus. By dedicating just a few minutes each day to meditation, you can train your mind to stay present and centered. Think of it as a workout for your brain, strengthening your ability to concentrate and maintain clarity even in the midst of chaos. Focusing on the task at hand not only increases productivity, but also brings a sense of satisfaction and accomplishment. When you are fully engaged in your work, you produce higher quality results and feel more fulfilled. This principle applies to all areas of life, whether you're pursuing a career, nurturing relationships, or engaging in hobbies. In modern life, distractions are everywhere. From the constant ping of notifications on your phone to the myriad of responsibilities pulling you in different directions, staying focused can be challenging. However, by making a conscious effort to prioritize and concentrate on one thing at a time, you can overcome these distractions. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca wisely noted, "To be everywhere is to be nowhere." By spreading your attention too thin, you accomplish little. But by focusing deeply on one thing at a time, you can achieve greatness. Imagine the clarity and peace that comes with a focused mind. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by a multitude of tasks, you tackle each one with purpose and efficiency. This approach not only enhances your performance, but also reduces stress and increases your overall well-being. To help you stay focused, set clear goals and break them down into manageable steps. Create a conducive environment for concentration, free from unnecessary distractions. Practice mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing or short meditation breaks, to bring your mind back to the present moment. At the end of the day, focus is not just about productivity. It's about leading a meaningful and fulfilling life. By giving your full attention to the present moment, you create deeper connections with others, enjoy your experiences more fully, and achieve a greater sense of satisfaction. So, what steps can you take today to improve your focus? Maybe it's setting aside specific times for uninterrupted work, practicing meditation, or simply being more mindful during everyday activities. Remember, the key to a successful and happy life lies in the ability to focus. As you cultivate this skill, you'll find that life becomes not only more manageable but also more rewarding. 6. Let go of your ego. In our journey through life, letting go of your ego is a crucial step towards finding true satisfaction and peace. When you allow your ego to dictate your actions and reactions, you create an insatiable hunger for more achievements, more recognition, more validation. This endless pursuit leaves you perpetually unsatisfied, as no accomplishment ever feels enough. Furthermore, a strong ego prevents you from genuinely enjoying and celebrating the successes of others, isolating you from meaningful relationships and shared joy. As the philosopher Epictetus once said, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." By clinging to your ego, you shut yourself off from growth, learning, and the richness of human connection. Consider the transient nature of our existence. We are all here for a limited time, each moment precious and fleeting. Holding on to pride and rigid preferences only weighs you down and hinders your ability to fully experience life. Instead, strive to cultivate self-respect, which is fundamentally different from craving attention or expecting others to always cater to your needs. Self-respect involves a deep, internal acknowledgement of your worth, independent of external validation. It means appreciating yourself for who you are, while remaining humble and open to the perspectives and achievements of others. Reflect on this. Have you ever found yourself feeling envious of a friend's success rather than genuinely happy for them? What if you could let go of that envy and instead draw inspiration and joy from their accomplishments? This shift in perspective can transform your relationships and your own sense of fulfillment. By letting go of your ego, you open yourself up to a more compassionate and connected way of living. In a world where everyone supports and uplifts each other, free from the constraints of ego-driven jealousy and competition, this vision can become your reality when you choose to let go of your ego and embrace a mindset of mutual respect and appreciation. In other words, by releasing the grip of your ego, you not only find personal peace but also contribute to a more harmonious and supportive world. In modern life, the pressure to maintain a certain image and constantly prove oneself can be overwhelming. Social media in particular fuels this by showcasing curated highlights of people's lives, often leading to comparisons and ego-driven insecurities. However, recognizing that these external pressures are fleeting and ultimately unimportant can help you refocus on what truly matters, your inner sense of peace and fulfillment. Letting go of your ego doesn't mean losing your individuality or your unique perspective on life. It means understanding that not everyone will appreciate or understand your viewpoint, and that's perfectly okay. Accepting this reality frees you from the need for constant validation and allows you to live authentically. You can engage with others from a place of genuine curiosity and respect, rather than defensiveness or superiority. Consider the story of a successful entrepreneur who, after years of striving for recognition and wealth, realized that his relentless ego was driving him into deeper dissatisfaction. By choosing to let go of his ego, he started focusing on meaningful work and building supportive relationships. His business flourished even more as a result, and he found a level of contentment he had never experienced before. His story is a powerful reminder that true success and happiness come from within, not from external accolades. By integrating this principle into your daily life, you can transform your interactions and your overall sense of well-being. Start by practicing mindfulness and self-reflection, acknowledging when your ego is influencing your thoughts and actions. Challenge yourself to respond with humility and openness instead. Over time, you will find that letting go of your ego brings a profound sense of freedom and joy. Letting go of your ego is a vital practice for achieving lasting happiness and fulfillment. It allows you to celebrate others' successes, live authentically, and connect deeply with those around you. As you embark on this journey, remember the words of Epictetus. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. By releasing the need for constant validation and approval, you can focus on what truly enriches your life and the lives of others. Embrace this path and discover the profound peace that comes from living ego-free. 7. Uphold your virtues. Setting and upholding your personal standards is crucial for leading a fulfilling and meaningful life. Your virtues are the core principles that guide your actions and decisions. When you confidently hold on to these virtues, you become resilient to external influences that may try to lead you astray. Consider the virtue of punctuality. If being on time is important to you, then maintain that standard consistently. Let others know that you value your time, and if someone wishes to join a meeting late, you have the right to politely decline their participation. This not only reinforces your own discipline, but also teaches others to respect your principles. Holding firmly to your virtues means not compromising your values no matter the situation. For example, if honesty is a virtue you hold dear, do not allow circumstances or pressure from others to sway you into deceit. Living by your virtues might sometimes be challenging, especially when faced with societal pressures or the temptation of easier, yet less virtuous paths. However, as Seneca wisely said, "He who is brave is free." By courageously upholding your virtues, you free yourself from the guilt and inner conflict that come with compromising your values. In modern life, where temptations and distractions are abundant, staying true to your virtues can significantly impact your personal and professional relationships. People will come to know you as a person of integrity and reliability, someone whose actions align with their words. This consistency builds trust and respect, making you a role model for others. Have you ever noticed how certain individuals seem to command respect effortlessly? Often, it's because they consistently uphold their virtues, regardless of external pressures. Living according to your virtues also means being willing to make sacrifices when necessary. There may be times when upholding your standards requires you to forego short-term gains or face uncomfortable situations. However, the sense of integrity and self-respect you gain from living true to your principles is invaluable. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." This powerful reminder encourages you to embody your virtues through your actions rather than merely discussing them. Incorporating your virtues into your daily life requires mindfulness and intentionality. Start each day by reflecting on your core values and setting the intention to uphold them, no matter what challenges you may face. This practice can help reinforce your commitment to your virtues and make it easier to stay true to them throughout the day. So, what steps can you take today to better uphold your virtues? Perhaps it's setting clearer boundaries with others, practicing honesty in difficult situations, or being more punctual in your commitments. Whatever it may be, take a moment to identify one specific action you can take to strengthen your adherence to your principles. Upholding your virtues is essential for living a life of integrity and fulfillment. By confidently maintaining your standards, you not only enhance your own sense of self-respect, but also inspire others to do the same. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you in your journey. The only way to happiness is to cease worrying about things which are beyond the power of our will, said Epictetus. Focus on what you can control, your own actions and adherence to your virtues, and let go of the rest. This approach will lead to a more harmonious and meaningful life, grounded in the unwavering foundation of your core principles. 8. Be open to all situations in life. Life is unpredictable and rarely follows a straight path. Unpleasant things happen, and instead of feeling depressed, it's essential to embrace everything as it comes. Not everything will go your way, and that's perfectly okay. When we experience unexpected joys, our hearts fill with happiness. However, when we face unexpected challenges or bitterness, we often feel miserable. It's crucial to accept that life will bring you both joy and pain, and maintaining this balance is key to a fulfilling life. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective helps you navigate through the ups and downs with grace and resilience. Heartbreak, betrayal, loss of money, crises, illness, and death are inevitable parts of life's journey. As a true Stoic, you must maintain a realistic approach to life. While optimism can sometimes lead to disappointment, a realistic mindset prepares you to handle any situation that comes your way. Accepting that life is a mix of good and bad experiences helps you stay grounded and resilient. When you expect only positive outcomes, any deviation can cause unnecessary suffering. Instead, if you embrace life's uncertainties with an open heart, you'll find strength and wisdom in every experience. Consider the story of a successful entrepreneur who faced a sudden financial crisis. Despite his careful planning and hard work, an unexpected market downturn threatened to ruin his business. Instead of giving into despair, he embraced the situation, adapted his strategies, and eventually emerged stronger and more successful. His ability to stay open to life's unpredictability and respond with resilience made all the difference. This story illustrates the power of maintaining a flexible and realistic mindset. Reflect on your own life for a moment. How do you react when things don't go as planned? Do you resist and feel overwhelmed, or do you accept and adapt? These questions invite you to explore your own approach to life's challenges. Remember, it's not about avoiding difficulties but learning to handle them effectively. By being open to all situations, you cultivate a sense of inner peace and stability that no external circumstance can shake. Living with this mindset doesn't mean you should be pessimistic or expect the worst. Instead, it's about being prepared for all possibilities and finding the courage to face them. As Marcus Aurelius advised, accept the things to which fate binds you and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. This approach encourages you to fully engage with life and the people around you, while remaining flexible and adaptable. In modern life, we often strive for control and predictability, but true resilience comes from accepting the inherent uncertainties of life. This acceptance allows you to navigate challenges with grace and find joy in unexpected places. When you stop resisting what life throws at you and start embracing it, you open yourself up to growth and transformation. What steps can you take today to become more open to life's unpredictability? Maybe it's practicing mindfulness, journaling about your experiences, or simply reminding yourself that every challenge is an opportunity to grow. By cultivating an open and accepting attitude, you build a foundation of strength and resilience that will serve you well throughout your life. Being open to all situations in life is a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy and a powerful tool for personal growth. By embracing both joy and pain, you create a balanced and resilient mindset. Let these words remind you that every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. Embrace life with an open heart, and you will find strength, wisdom, and peace in every moment. 9. Practice charity. Contributing to society is a vital aspect of living a fulfilling and meaningful life. The Stoics believed that we are all interconnected and our actions should reflect this understanding. You shouldn't live just for yourself, but rather strive to make a positive impact on those around you. Doing something good for others not only benefits them, but also enriches your own life. As Marcus Aurelius said, "What we do now echoes in eternity." By practicing charity, you leave a lasting legacy that goes beyond your personal achievements and touches the lives of many. Today, decide to help others in some way. This decision doesn't require grand gestures or significant financial resources. You don't need to be wealthy to practice charity. Everyone has something valuable to offer, whether it's time, skills, or simply a kind word. Lending your services for free, volunteering, or supporting a cause close to your heart can make a substantial difference. When you start becoming a giver, you begin to enjoy life more fully. Giving creates a sense of purpose and connection, fostering a deeper appreciation for the community and the world around you. Consider the story of a man who dedicated his weekends to mentoring young people in his neighborhood. He wasn't wealthy, but he had knowledge and experience to share. Over time, he saw the positive impact his guidance had on these young minds, helping them make better choices and pursue their dreams. This act of charity not only benefited the youth but also brought immense satisfaction and joy to his own life. His story is a testament to the power of giving and how it can transform lives, including your own. Living in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to become consumed by personal goals and challenges. However, stepping back and considering how you can support others can provide a refreshing perspective. Practicing charity can be as simple as helping a neighbor with groceries, donating to a local food bank, or spending time with those who are lonely or in need of companionship. These small acts of kindness add up and create a ripple effect of positivity and goodwill. Embracing charity also aligns with the Stoic principle of focusing on what is within your control. While you may not be able to solve all the world's problems, you can make a difference in your immediate environment. As Seneca stated, wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for a kindness. This mindset encourages you to seek out opportunities to be kind and charitable, regardless of the circumstances. Imagine the profound impact we could have if everyone committed to practicing charity regularly. How would our communities change if we all took time to support and uplift each other? This vision can become a reality when we embrace the spirit of giving. By making charity a part of your life, you contribute to creating a more compassionate and caring world. Incorporating charity into your life doesn't have to be complicated. Start with small, manageable actions that fit into your routine. Volunteer at a local shelter, mentor someone in need, or simply offer a listening ear to a friend. As you consistently practice these acts of kindness, you'll find that they become a natural and rewarding part of your life. At the end of the day, practicing charity is about recognizing our shared humanity and acting on the desire to help others. It's about understanding that our existence is not solely for fulfilling our own purposes, but also for contributing to the greater good. This approach not only benefits those you help, but also brings a profound sense of fulfillment and joy to your own life. Practicing charity is a powerful way to enhance your life and the lives of those around you. By committing to acts of kindness and support, you create a positive ripple effect that extends far beyond your immediate actions. Embrace the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you in your journey of giving. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted, said Aesop. Let these words inspire you to make charity a fundamental part of your life, knowing that every act of kindness contributes to a better, more compassionate world. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into Stoicism, let us know by commenting, "I'm improving my life." Your journey to a better lifestyle is just beginning. Stay tuned for more insights and practical tips. 10. Connect yourself with nature. We are intrinsically part of Mother Nature, yet with the rapid advancements in technology, we have become increasingly disconnected from the natural world. Reconnecting with nature is essential for our well-being and can profoundly impact our mental and physical health. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This disconnection from nature can amplify our worries and stress, making it crucial to cultivate a daily habit of connecting with the natural world. Picture yourself walking barefoot on the grass in the morning, feeling the cool, dewy blades beneath your feet. This simple act can ground you, helping you start your day with a sense of peace and presence. Sitting on the beach listening to the rhythmic crashing of the waves or watching the sky change colors at dusk can be equally powerful. These moments remind us of the beauty and vastness of the world beyond our immediate concerns. Nature has a unique way of putting things into perspective, calming our minds and refreshing our spirits. In modern life, where we are often glued to screens and confined within walls, these natural interactions can serve as a much-needed escape, providing solace and clarity. Consider the story of a busy executive who found himself overwhelmed by the demands of his job. Despite his success, he felt a growing sense of dissatisfaction and stress. He began taking short daily walks in a nearby park, gradually increasing his time spent in nature. This practice not only reduced his stress levels but also sparked creativity and a renewed sense of purpose in his work. His story illustrates how reconnecting with nature can bring balance and inspiration to our hectic lives. Incorporating nature into your life doesn't require grand gestures or extensive time commitments. Even brief mindful moments spent in nature can have a significant impact. Whether it's tending to a garden, taking a leisurely stroll through a park, or simply sitting by an open window and listening to the birds, these activities can help you feel more grounded and connected. The benefits of connecting with nature are well documented. Studies have shown that spending time in nature can reduce stress, lower blood pressure, and improve mood. It can also boost creativity and cognitive function. In a world where mental health issues are on the rise, nature offers a simple yet effective remedy that is accessible to all. Imagine how your life might change if you made a habit of connecting with nature daily. How would your stress levels shift? How might your perspective on life's challenges evolve? By embracing these questions, you open yourself up to the transformative power of nature. Marcus Aurelius, another Stoic philosopher, noted, "Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them." This reminder encourages us to take a step back and appreciate the natural world, to see ourselves as part of a greater whole. By doing so, we can find comfort and strength in the continuity and resilience of nature. Reconnecting with nature is not just a pleasant pastime but a vital practice for our well-being. By cultivating a daily habit of engaging with the natural world, we can find peace, perspective, and rejuvenation. Remember the wisdom of the Stoics and let it guide you in this endeavor. "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished," said Lao Tzu. Let these words inspire you to slow down, embrace the beauty around you, and find harmony within. As you embark on this journey, you will discover that connecting with nature enriches your life in ways you never imagined, fostering a deeper sense of belonging and tranquility. Thank you for watching this episode of Stoic in Your Life. By embracing the principles of Stoicism, seeking happiness within, protecting your time, reflecting, relinquishing control, focusing, letting go of your ego, upholding your virtues, being open to all situations, practicing charity, and connecting with nature, you can truly transform your life. If you enjoyed this video and found value in it, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any of our upcoming content. Let's continue this journey together, applying ancient wisdom to achieve modern happiness. Thank you for being part of our community.